that's why you don't mix Mountain Dew and nitrous oxide.
I never would have thought about that in the slightest. Why did you have to do that? Why?
Because I know things, and I also drink things.
You reversed that there, Mr. Tyrion.
No, then you did.
You good there? You having a stroke?
Possibly, I don't know.
Oh my!
What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're recording things and talking
Yes.
about stuff.
Welcome everybody to Reading Between the Lines, which is sort of our supplemental content of Tall and Short with Tim and Tony.
You mean our subtle mental content?
I invite you into my house. I
invite you in on this day, the day of my daughter's wedding.
I don't even have a daughter. How old do you think I am?
Old enough, I guess so. Oh.
So, what is this one today, Tony? This was your brainchild in the first place.
That sounds like you're placing blame.
Yeah.
That's...
If the shoe fits, and your size 13 certainly fit.
Well, I guess for our Between the Lines segments, we were just gonna sort of BS around and talk about stuff that we both hold an interest in that isn't serial killers.
What?
Shush. Shush. This is my brainchild.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're going to talk about Pokemon. We're just going to talk about stuff that we have a shared interest in that isn't, cryptids or serial killers or ghosts or goblins.
Yeah, the main thoroughfare of our podcast.
Yeah, and just have an off day sort of thing. So I figured the rules we sort of touched on. I think we sort of got them perfected when we made the first attempt at this, but we were going to do one starter. Mm-hmm. We were going to do one legendary or mythical. Mm-hmm. One pseudo-legendary. Mm-hmm. And then we were going to... I allowed myself one shiny.
Yep.
And if they can mega evolve or whatever, that if... your call on that.
Yeah, but I had the other stipulation that we were texting about this whole thing. I said, "Oh yeah, we can't forget a fossil."
And then I forgot a fossil.
And then you were like, "God damn it, Tim!" I said, "Yeah, no, without a doubt." Like it was just one day.
I could do an entire team of fossil Pokemon. So it's hard to. I could probably do a fossil Pokemon as my seventh man on the team, but
yeah. But we're going with a regulation 6 team.
Yep, standard regulation, 6 team, 4 moves. The hidden, or not the hidden ability, but the ability they have. And then, just no limitations on generation or anything like that.
The only thing that I was on about this one is that there are over 1,000 Pokemon. It was actually really damn difficult to pick a team, mostly just because I do have generational favorites. I could easily make a team based on just the generations alone.
Yeah, I could do a 6 team from each generation, and I stopped playing the handhelds on Ruby.
Yeah.
So I've got, mine are all Gen 3 back.
I stopped after Black and White and Black and White 2. Yeah. So that was Gen 5.
I think so, yeah.
I stopped after Gen 5. That was during college. And then they had Pokemon Sun and Moon, and the mechanics just, for me, felt weird, and I just had no interest in going back.
Yeah, and I play Pokemon Go, and I'm going to do my Pokemon, because we're going to do height and weight. I'm going to base mine, because I have all 6 of my Pokemon in Go.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read off, if I have, 100% one, or, a heaviest and tallest one, I'm just going to pick those stats off my guys. And I know you're just going to go with standard Pokédex entry stat.
Yeah, so that's what we did. And it worked out. I mean, I used Cerebi and Bulbapedia, which are the 2 biggest ones I could find.
Yeah, I've got the same things running. So, you want to go first with your starter, or do you want me to go?
I say the man whose brainchild it is goes first.
Alrighty. Well, let me pull up. God damn it! It's not Ted today. So the stats for this Pokemon are 78 HP, 130 attack, 111 defense, 130 special attack, 85 special defense, and 100 speed. I know that gives you no indication of what this Pokemon is.
That could be any of them. There's a lot of Pokemon.
That could be anything.
There are so many that have 100 speed.
So, its wings can carry this Pokemon close to an altitude of 4,600 feet. It blows out fire at very high and very hot temperatures. And that is from Generation 6, so Y. That was the Pokédex entry.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah, I did too.
Dang it! Yeah, no, that's where I stopped. I had the Pokemon Reaper Yveltal. Anyway, so that was yours.
Yep,
that's your starter.
That is my starter.
Big flyer, fire. I gotta go with the only flying fire type that I can think of, Charizard.
Correct.
Yeah, you went with the one thing that looks like a dragon but isn't a dragon.
Shut up. That is an unfair bias that us Charizard people have against us. Why did I pause so long?
you were. I saw the gears turning in your head. I swear I saw smoke coming out of your ears, dude.
You saw them just.
Somebody get the monkey wrench out.
So, for his height and weight, I went with my shiny one that I have on Pokemon Go. I nicknamed Drogon, because. Shut up.
Giving him a look. I'm giving him a look.
But he is not my shiny Pokemon.
Not your shiny.
But he is 129.97 kilograms and 1.97 meters tall.
All right.
So he's a big boy.
Sounds like it.
As for moves,
show me your moves.
I invite you into my house.
Your house, bitch.
For my moves, I went Outrage, Fly, Flare Blitz, and Smokescreen. So I went with some pretty heavy moves, and then I went with one that just absolutely demolishes accuracy on other Pokemon.
That's fair. I mean, Outrage is a fun move to use because it's a literal Berserker Frenzy move, and once you come down from that high, they get confused. That's the only downside.
Yes. But yeah, I went with the obvious everyone picks Charizard move, and I usually went, at least in the handhelds, most of the time I went full out attack with usually a move to just mess with accuracy or something that I know was gonna let me dodge.
Yeah, myself, I was a full-on attack person.
I would not expect from you. I thought you would have been like Sword Dance and all sorts of.
No, I don't care for those.
Boost.
I don't care for those moves. Quite literally for me, because it's a fighting game. It's not like D&D or Final Fantasy or something where you have to try and you actually do strategy. It's just assault, assault, assault.
Just keep hitting until it's dead.
That's essentially my attitude towards a lot of these games. Is
That's
there's
fair.
just kind of like the Chinese method. Send in more guys.
Well, we are now enemies of the state of China.
They're
just going to send more guys at us.
That's what Dr. Crow told me. Told the story like that once playing the game Risk, I think it was.
Wasn't the British strategy just keep going in a straight line,
give or take.
Yeah.
All right, so that was your starter Pokemon.
Yep, I went with the icon.
Yeah, I have my starter. I'm going to do sort of an entry first before I do the stats.
Okay.
This Pokemon is particularly strong, able to easily move large boulders that weigh a ton, or even able to tow large ships with ease. It can sense powerful storms, and will protect itself and its nest by piling boulders up. It can also see incredibly well in very murky water.
And it's your starter?
Starter.
So, I was going to say Machamp at first, because strength, and I was like, wait, that's not a starter.
Yep.
Swampert, because muddy, murky, yep. Okay.
Swampert.
Yep.
Big guy.
Yep.
National Pokedex designation number 0260.
You realize it's a frog, right?
It's more like an axolotl. Hoenn Pokedex designation number 009. A water ground type, which means it is very capable of putting up a fight against electric types.
Or fire.
Well, fire's always going to be easy, so your move. But the only thing is if I go up against a grass type, I'm pretty screwed.
Yeah, you are absolutely effed.
It is 4 times that, so I go up against a grass type, goodbye, Swampert.
Should have gone with Venusaur.
The overall design for me with Swampert, it's very iconic looking. Very, you see the 2 fins over its head and everything, you recognize it immediately.
Yeah.
Has the big tail in the back. An average height of 4'11" or 1.5 meters for our international listeners. And the average one weighs about 180.6 pounds or 81.9 kilograms. Base stats are as follows. HP is 100, attack is 110, defense is 90, special attack is 85, special defense is 90, speed is 60. Not even including leveling up, it's clear that Swampert is good at being good for offense and can take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's likely, if not always, going to go second in order of attack due to being fairly slow.
Yes.
Actually, 60 is a fairly average speed, I think.
Usually. But, yeah, because I always went Swampert on Gen 3 on Ruby.
Yeah.
Never got to go first.
No. Swampert, but the thing is, Swampert's a damn tank. Especially when you look at its Mega Evolved form. Or,
the
big beefy boy. Its ability is Torrent, which increases water moves when the user is at 1/3 health. I never got to really use Torrent, so to speak, because I always increase the attack power of my Pokemon.
I forgot the ability for Charizard. Solar crap, what was it?
No, it's go ahead and it's like Blaze or something.
Yeah, it was Blaze.
Which it just increases fire moves by 1/3.
I've got only one, but it's a good move.
Its move set to go off of its physical attacks. The first one is Strength. Fairly basic, normal move, but it is a good move nonetheless.
Yeah, it's always reliable.
Mm-hmm. Muddy Water, Hydro Pump, and then Earthquake.
Nice move set.
That was my starter.
I was going to guess for you, and you're welcome to guess what I was going to pick, but I was going to honestly go either Blastoise or Feraligatr.
Feraligatr was my Gen 2 pick.
Yeah.
I was definitely more water or grass type in mine.
Yeah.
I was actually torn between Sceptile.
I forgot about Sceptile. Yeah,
Sceptile's a good one.
Sceptile going on you.
And then there was the Snivy line that went into Serperior. I liked that.
Yeah.
I like that design.
Yeah.
That's my
fancy dandy snake. Yeah, that would fit.
That would fit me for
You're a
sure.
Hufflepuff. Wait, different fandom. Move away quickly.
Moving on. What's your next Pokemon, dude?
So I'm gonna go with my tanky boy. I don't know. He might be able to counter your Swampert, but not great. But I think he'd still hold pretty well. So, while seeking iron for food, it digs tunnels by breaking through bedrock with its steel horns. And that's from Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
All right. Big beefy boy and horns.
Mm-hmm.
I've only got one that comes to mind. Aggron.
Stop guessing them. Stop getting them right.
I told you in text that I would be in Team Mystic if I did Pokemon Go.
I know.
I like to I actually would research them. I would be a Professor Oak if I had to be.
Nerd.
Meh. Says the guy who said, "Let's make a Pokemon team setup, Tim."
Yeah, so I know what a nerd is like, nerd.
Anyway,
so coming in at 414.43 kilograms and 2.36 meters tall, it is Aggron.
So a big boy indeed. Big heavy boy.
Big old heavy. Stop calling me spam calls. Do not want your Medicare Medicaid axe. Yeah. Stats are 70 HP, 110 attack, 180 defense, 60 special attack, 60 on special defense as well, and speed. Oh, dear boy. 50.
50!
Yeah, you thought Swampert was slow.
Well, yeah, no, it makes sense with Aggron. I mean, you ever look at it, it looks like
It's literally a freaking iron T-Rex Triceratops hybrid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I always give on that one. It is a really cool looking design. I love the Aeron to Aggron.
The whole line is cool.
That family is a good one. It's really cool. Very, very, very good design. I cannot stress enough.
He is probably one of my more strategic ones because he's such a beefy boy.
Yeah, easy tank.
Double edge.
There you go.
Flash cannon.
Yep.
That's the heavy hit move. Stealth rock.
Stealth rock's a good one.
Yeah. Does damage even when he's gone. And protect.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah,
I hate you. I hate you. You're just as bad as the people who use the Pelipper to stockpile. I see you give me a face. Did you used to do that?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, look, a distraction over there.
What? Over there? Squirrel.
So, yeah, Aggron would definitely be, can take the damage, I think, depending on what your team ends up panning out like, but he can definitely deal the damage for sure.
Oh, yeah, no. I give props to the Steel-type Pokemon because they are... Is it a Steel Ground or a Steel-type Pure?
Steel Rock.
Steel Rock, all right.
So, he's still a little weak to Swampert, but not as bad as it could be.
Swampert could definitely build a few good hits on that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go opposite on you again on this one with my second Pokemon. With a savage nature, this Pokemon will courageously challenge foes that are much larger than it and will not stop attacking no matter how injured it is. The muscles in its wings and legs are incredibly strong, allowing it to fly fast and carrying off smaller Pokemon. It also fusses over the shape of its comb.
I was gonna go Pidgeot. Pidgeot?
Pidgeot. You damn
until
Pidgeot.
Until you said the comb thing. Not Furo.
Nope.
Not the Pit of one. Starly's one. What's the vault? Staraptor?
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Staraptor, the Predator Pokemon. National Pokedex designation number 0398. Its Sinnoh Pokedex designation is number 012. A normal flying type, as most birds in the game are. It has the ability of Intimidate, which lowers opponent's attack when Staraptor is sent out.
Damn it, I forgot Aggron's. Sturdy. Let's go Sturdy.
Okay, yeah, Sturdy, Sturdy is good against critical hits, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Intimidate. Lowers opponent's attacks.
I would not picture Staraptor having Intimidate.
I mean, you've seen what the thing looks like.
I know, but
it's
still.
It's a punk rock eagle.
That's normally reserved for, Aggron and shit. Like, big monster-looking things, not punk rock bird.
It's a punk rock bird, and it's got this...
punk rock bird.
You get out of here. I know I am. That shut him up. Anyway.
Keep going.
Average height for Staraptor is 3 feet 11 inches, or 1.2 meters. So, not very big, but, sturdy. And weighs about 54.9 pounds, or 24.9 kilograms. Base stats are as follows. HP is 85. Attack is 120. Defense is 70. Special attack is 50. Special defense is 60. And speed is 100. Definitely clear that speed and attack are far in favor for Staraptor, allowing to strike quick and strike hard against opponents.
No kidding.
Especially with its moveset I gave it. With a moveset of Fly, Aerial Ace, Brave Bird, and finally, Air Slash.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't go with Swift in there. Swift is always a pretty reliable move.
Swift is the first one that is the first move all the time, no matter what.
Yeah.
Or actually, Quick Attack. Swift never misses. That's it. Swift never misses. Quick Attack always goes first. I did use Quick Attack for the longest time, but because Staraptor is such a fast Pokemon...
It doesn't... Especially considering my group. Like, Charizard was, 110?
Give or take.
On speed?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Not too far off.
Yeah.
especially if I were to give it like the Quick Claw or something too. And I didn't even throw in like items that I would give my Pokemon. I saw.
Oh, I forgot.
I didn't even do that. I didn't even do that because it's just like, no.
Yeah, let's not get too far down the Matrix rabbit hole.
That's my secondary pick. So right now I have a Sumo Salamander, essentially.
Sumo Salamander.
And a Punk Rock Chicken. And a Punk Rock Eagle.
I have a not Dragon.
Yep.
And Metallic Triceratops.
Yep.
Sticking with the dinosaurs. That probably is hint enough. Narrows it down severely.
Mm-hmm.
This Pokemon is so overwhelmingly powerful it can bring down a whole mountain to make its nest. It roams in mountains seeking new opponents to fight. Oh, this is my pseudo.
Hang on a second. Uh-huh. I have a question.
I don't like this.
Is your pseudo-legendary green?
And it starts with a T.
And it's from Gen 2.
And it's Tyranitar, isn't it?
Dude!
So how big's your T-Tar?
I just went with the basic average height. Would you like me to do the base stats? I have an entire page for it right here.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about our Pokemon.
Oh, God. This Pokemon is so powerful it's said to level an entire mountain to make its nests.
Yeah, I said that.
Its armored skin is so strong it cannot be harmed by any attacks. Up for debate, I would argue on that one, but hey.
Well, obviously, since it gets attacked.
Thus, it is willing to fight any opponents. If one of these Pokemon goes on a rampage, it will level the surrounding area, causing maps to be redrawn. So, that's fun. It's a Rock Dark type.
This isn't awkward at all.
Nope.
It's like we showed up to the party with the same outfit. Which would never happen in actuality.
No, you and I have far different styles, thankfully.
Yeah, I have not style.
Yeah. It's also known as the Armor Pokemon, with the National Pokédex designation. My words are just jumbling here a little. Number 0248 on the National Pokédex, and in the Johto Pokédex, it's only number 246. So not too far off from its national.
Almost spot on.
Mostly just due to the fact of I think it's because Mew got added in and threw everything off to slight hair.
Yeah.
Or there's one more type. Anyway, this thing like you, I can probably imagine. It looks a little bit like Godzilla. It's one of the closest Pokemon we have to Godzilla.
Yeah.
When we were growing up.
My 4-star, my 100% Tyranitar in Pokemon Go is named Gojira.
Gojira, nice.
He's a good boy.
The average heights for Tyranitar is 6 feet 7 inches, or 2 meters in height, so not too far off of you, a little taller.
Yeah.
And then they weigh about 445.3 pounds, or 202 kilograms. So about, what, twice as you?
I'm actually not too far off. Wait, what was the weight?
445 pounds.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a little bit heavier.
So
literally 2 of me and some change.
Yeah, 2 of you and some change, and then just a little bit taller. So I can already imagine that one. Yeah, that is a big boy. That's a big one.
So, and to top it off, my heaviest and tallest Tyranitar in my Go account is 240.15 kilograms.
Okay, so that's a little over the 202 kilograms.
And 2.33 meters tall.
All right, a little bit taller too than the. Yeah. I go off the average.
Yeah. So, you did the stats. I'll do my T-Tar's attacks first.
I haven't done the base stats.
Oh, okay.
I just did the detail. No, I just did the the full entry. Base stats are as follows: HP is 100, attack is 134, defense is 110, special attack is 95, special defense is 100, speed is 61. So just a little bit faster than Swampert.
By a point.
This easily indicates Tyranitar is definitely a tank.
Yeah.
It can take the hits really well and can dish them back, even if it's the second to go. So what's your moveset?
So my T-Tar has got Sandstorm.
Uh-huh.
Crunch.
Okay.
Focus Punch.
Mm-hmm.
And the wild card, Surf.
I never would have thought that Tyranitar actually knew Surf.
It can learn Surf.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, I would have never associated. Well, I mean, he's the Godzilla, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. And actually, there's like an actual more Godzilla-looking Pokemon in like the latest generation. Actual like fins.
Yeah.
But,
But yeah, so I went. He's got some pretty good crucial hit or critical hit moves, but he's not. He's my backup tank.
Yeah.
Aggron is gonna absolutely be a meat shield.
Big time. I'd see for my move set, I chose Crunch, Earthquake. I like Earthquake. It's just a good move.
It is.
Dig, and Dragon Claw. Now the reason
Dig's a bit of an odd one.
Huh?
Dig's a bit odd. It's not a real high power of attack, but it's good. It's a good like one move dodge. Sort of
exactly. That's why I like to do it. I can at least survive one hit.
What was your ability?
The ability that is Sandstream, which is why I don't use Sandstorm. Because Sandstream is what Tyranitar literally summons its own Sandstorm.
I went with Unnerve.
It has Unnerve?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a hidden ability? I don't know.
Is it? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it'd be Sandstream.
Sandstream. So, Sandstorm would be almost moot to have as a move.
Yeah.
But I think the only reason why Sandstorm was given to it in the first place was we didn't get abilities until Gen 3.
Well, I will swap out Sandstorm for Sand Attack. Another accuracy
you're a
hit.
bitch.
I know.
I hate Sand Attack.
I know.
Oh, you're a bitch.
And I on it, so far all three of mine have megas. I would not mega Aggron. I might mega Aggron. I wouldn't mega Tyranitar, and then I would have Charizard X, the black one.
The only time where it's actually a
where the flaming frothing mouth.
What's the? Oh, I had to look up Mega Aggron. Ooh.
Yeah, he's a bulky boy.
That is oh boy, that looks like Godzilla.
Yeah.
So that was your third one, and arguably
your
my
third one.
Do I want to throw back to you, or just keep on going?
Let's go to yours.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna now go with my fossil Pokemon, the one that I was like, oh, we should do this one, and you were like, God damn it. So
too late.
Yep. So I have this one. With powerful gargantuan jaws, this Pokemon can shred thick metal plates and cars like they are paper. Over 100 million years ago, this Pokemon was unstoppable and reigned like a king. There are theories that this Pokemon may have been covered in a feather-like coat.
I was gonna go Aerodactyl up until the last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
There's a T-Rex one.
Yep.
Tyrantrum. Yeah, that guy.
Yep, Tyrantrum, the despot Pokemon. National Pokedex designation number 0697. Kalos Coastal Pokedex designation number 065. Kalos having 3 different Pokedexes, which kind of messed me up a little bit when I first did that. It is a rock dragon type, so very unique type.
That is a dragon?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a dragon. Of all things.
But Charizard isn't.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Yes.
Tyrantrum and its pre-evolution are the first official Tyrannosaur-based fossil Pokemon, which I was very happy to see when it came out. In fact, I actually do have a Tyrunt plushie. I've had it since 2015, I think, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, this is awesome! An average height for Tyrantrum is about 8 feet 2 inches, or 2.5 meters in height. Average weight is 595.2 pounds, or 270 kilograms. So definite big boy.
Yeah.
Definite biggie on this one with an 8 foot tall. Not as heavy as I would be thinking. I mean, it's 8 feet tall. 595, that thing is going to be lightweight for a rock dragon type.
Yeah. What's its speed, though?
We'll get there. Base stats are as follows. HP is 82. Attack is 121. Defense is 119. Almost said 117. Nope, wrong one. Special attack is 69. Nice. Special defense is 59. And speed is 71. So, a little faster, but...
Yeah, it's no Staraptor, but it's still got some speed to it.
Yeah, clearly this is an offensive Pokemon, as most of mine are. with mostly moves related to its jaw and decent speed. And I go with jaw moves because of its ability, which is Strong Jaw. It increases the power of all jaw and bite-based moves. So, which I had to sort of allocate the moveset accordingly.
Yeah.
First off, Dragon Claw. I like Dragon Claw. It's a good, solid move.
Yeah.
Dragon Pulse, also a very good, solid move. Crunch. And then Thunder Fang. Because if I can paralyze you, I'm going to have some fun.
All right.
I will use moves that do affect speed and that sort of stuff. I will absolutely, but it has to be offensive. I'm willing to take you down.
Be offensive and cause.
Yeah, I don't just do cause. So I'm not going to just throw smoke screen or sand attack. You're not going to
be a bitch like me and just I'm going to fuck with you while I do it.
Yeah, you damn bitch.
Listen, it's like camping. It's a legitimate
strategy. Camping is a legitimate strategy if you have the damn sniper rifle.
You can snipe with a rocket.
You're one of those people. Okay. Okay. What's your next fucking Pokemon?
So, this is to kind of, well, not really, but this is probably my Speedy Boy. Yeah, definitely my Speedy Boy.
Speedy Boy.
It scatters spores from holes in the cap on its head. It loves warm and humid climates. It feeds on trees and plants in fields and forests. I went with a grass type. I bet you weren't expecting that.
No one expects a Spanish Inquisition either.
All right. Yeah.
So, spores.
Oh god, he's not that fast either. Shit.
Grass type. What else were the details that you have on it?
Like stats or
no. Like, what was the details you were talking about? Like spores and
releases spores from the top of its head, from the cap on top of its head, and it lives in warm and humid climates.
Ah, crap. There's a couple of Pokemon that have like caps on their head. Because I'm thinking immediately of like Vileplume, but I'm like,
Never went with Vileplume in the first gen. Always went Victory Bell.
That's not yours, so it's not that one. I'm going through my mind. I'm gonna have to go with. This is. Pulling this one out of my ass. The evolved form of Shroomish Breloom.
You can leave. You can just go whenever. Just whatever.
I mean, it's a good thing you didn't mention that it was like quick to punch or something.
I was looking for an entry that wasn't punch related.
Because I know that thing looks like a weird mushroom raptor thing with its little teeny tiny hands.
A mushroom raptor kangaroo.
And
a mushroom raptor
kangaroo. And that thing just
a mush raparoo. It's
a very distinct looking Pokemon.
Yeah.
I remember watching the old Pokemon cartoon when they would have it. Like you would actually see it do the actual punching. I'm like, whoa! I wish we could have gotten to see that in the actual games. That would have been pretty cool.
So stats are 60 HP, 130 attack, 80 defense. Special attack and defense are both at 60, and speed isn't that as great as I thought. It was actually only at 70.
So it's definitely an attacker. It's definitely a physical attack Pokemon. Yeah. Like it is.
So ability would be Effect Spore, which I believe will randomly, paralysis, sleep, or poison, or confuse. It basically emits a status effect.
Yeah, the ability is hit by a move that makes contact. So in a physical attack.
Yep.
Ooh.
So my biggest one on go is 45.96 kilograms and 1.26 meters tall.
Nice.
So, and then as for moves, you're gonna hate me if you hated all my other accuracy and shit. Mach Punch, of course.
You can't go wrong. It's a fighting Pokemon.
Solar Beam, gotta have a good move, good charge move. Giga Drain, and the Leech Seed.
I'm not gonna fault you on that one. I'm not gonna fault you. I'm gonna follow you on Leech Seed. I did that when I first got Shroomish, and I learned that was a move. Oh, I abused the hell out of that.
Yep.
And that was the best part. That was one of the fun moves, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna take care of you real quick.
I'm gonna burn you up. Like...
What's even more is the fact that when the Pokemon dies, Leech Seed, I think, is still in effect.
Yes, it is in effect until the Pokemon
that was
leached.
Yeah.
Is gone. Is done.
Is knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I use that move not frequently, but I did use it.
It's such a great clinch.
Yeah.
Like last ditch, like, oh crap, I'm about to be knocked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always use that, and then if you mix in Giga Drain, you're just constantly draining.
That's insult to injury right there.
So that was kind of my wild card, was Breloom.
Yeah.
Because there's a few grass types I like, but there's none that I would put into my main 6 team other than Breloom, because it's a good offense.
It is a very good offense. I'll grant you that one. I would not have thought of you as a Breloom guy.
Like I said, I mean, Victory Bell, Breloom, and like there's maybe 2 other fully evolved grass types I like enough that I would put in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I had a Breloom almost the entire time I played Ruby on my first or second playthrough, and I took him all the way to the Elite Four, and he almost had this exact moveset.
I think I did the same. Different moves, but I think I did the exact same. I think Breloom was in my team for most of the way through. Huh.
So,
now
that is my 4th down.
And we almost forgot, there's one more type of Pokemon we didn't even consider, but we didn't say at the top of the show. Our favorite.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a favorite.
Everybody has a favorite Pokemon. And it doesn't matter which one. Like, hell, even if you like, I don't know which Pokemon to pick, just any one of them. If you like one just because I like it, that's yours.
Yeah,
that is fine.
There's a couple that I have. My top 2, well, I'm not going to say my favorite because it's on my team.
Yeah, hold on to it for a second. I got mine right here. But it's like, if you like, there's a Pokemon that's literally just a bunch of keys. If you like that Pokemon, that's your favorite. That is fine because it's your favorite. There's thousands of them. You don't have to like it. You can hate some of them.
If you like Mr. Mime, though, why don't you have a seat right here? Why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat?
All right. So, my favorite Pokemon, Tony. This Pokemon is a gentle soul that is capable of understanding human language and enjoys giving people rides across the sea, providing a comfortable way while they do. Due to their gentle nature, these Pokemon were almost hunted to extinction, but thanks to recent protective measures, their numbers are going up, and sea life is starting to slightly deplete. They have beautiful singing voices when in a good mood. Lapras.
That's your favorite, really?
Yeah.
Of all the squid-type Pokemon in the world.
The transport Pokemon. Yeah, Lapras was just like my number one when I was a kid. Like when I had the big ol' 150 red Pokemon poster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had that hung up on my closet door when I was a kid, and Lapras was always like right eye level with me.
So, yeah.
It was like always there.
Okay.
It was my favorite type. National Pokedex designation number 0131, which is also its Kanto Pokedex designation number 131. It's a water-ice type, so very simple, very easy type. Lapras has a few facts about it. It can actually learn the most one-hit KO moves of any Pokemon, with those being Sheer Cold, Fissure, and Horn Drill.
Have you seen those memes or those reels going on Facebook and Instagram? Jesus Christ!
Yes, yep.
But then you said, Jesus Christ.
What's also noted is that Lapras is a very
what's noted is you can't talk.
Yep, it has a very obvious appearance. Like it has the four flippers and the horn and the circles.
It looks
like the Loch Ness Monster, which that was the basis. It was originally going to be called Ness, but it didn't have the curly ears or the horn. It looked a lot more like
it looked
like the surgeon's photo.
Yeah.
I looked up some old pictures. I was like, that's the concept art for this? Nice.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad they went a different route. I mean, hell, I remember when Lapras had teeth. It had fangs.
I forgot. That was what, the red and blue era?
That was Gen 1, man. Ever since the beginning, Lapras has been my favorite. And I really just can't pick another one. I think it's great. It has an average height of 8 feet 2 inches. Once again, 2.5 meters in height or size overall. With an average weight of 485 pounds, 220 kilograms. So not as dense as it might look, but considering it's in the water most of the time.
Yeah, considering it's a swimmer and it transports, like, yeah.
I would think it would be a little heavier, though, just be like some padding, but that's me. Base stats are as follows. Its HP is 130, the attack is 85, defense is 80, special attack is 85, special defense is 95, and speed is 60. It's not fast in battle. This Pokemon is excellent with HP, and it would be more of a companion Pokemon for me than a battling Pokemon.
Yeah.
I would use it for far more strategic battles if necessary.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely good for traveling across waters when you need it.
So I was not expecting a Lapras.
Yep. Here's its abilities, and what I really do appreciate. The first one is Water Absorb. This one can turn water-based moves to HP, so if it gets hit by Surf, it will...
Oh, there goes my T-Tar's attack.
It will gain some HP back. And second is Shell Armor, which this one protects against critical hits.
I don't think I have anything to counter that. I mean, my Breloom could hold okay, and my Aggron might, but yeah, I got nothing for your Lapras.
I think you might hate my moveset, too.
You...
First one, Ice Beam.
Fuck you.
Second one, Surf.
All right.
Which is just a generic one for that. I mean, when you do Surf in the original games, that's what the
that's the Lapras
was.
sprite, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. Sing.
Fuck you. Just fuck you.
I will be that person. And then finally, Sheer Cold. The audience can't see it. I have a very big Cheshire shit-eating grin on my face right now. And
I don't like how this is going.
And Tony's just sitting over there. It's fun to watch you, Tony.
I don't like you. All right, well, I guess I'll do my favorite. Not that fucking matters.
Hop on to your favorite, buddy.
You already know what it is, because you saw me get the tattoo of it.
I remember the tattoo of that one. That was the same time that... Was that the same time that I got tattooed on my leg and the
peg leg cat?
And the tattoo artist thought he was dealing with The Exorcist?
Yeah. Story time. Tim sucks at getting tattoos.
I don't. The guy was heavy-handed.
Both of them were extremely heavy-handed. Jesus Christ.
I have two on my upper arm. Yeah. So it's like I'm fine there. Your
leg was a little tender. He was a little... Because... Did we have the same guy?
No, you and I were getting them almost at the exact same time.
That's
Mine
right.
just took a little bit less because I wasn't getting... Mine was just all strictly like black ink. Yours was colored in.
Yeah, I have color and detail, and yours was a basic design.
Yeah. So even the basic design just...
Yeah, I mean, that was my 10th, 11th tattoo, something like that.
Yeah.
And even that, like, I was sweating on that one.
I mean, heck, the one on my inner arm right here, my inner bicep, it's not bad. Like, it was... I didn't even know what was going on. I was just sitting there just...
Man, my arm's fell asleep. Oh, yeah, I can't move because tattoo.
I was just sitting there. I almost wanted to fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh, I did fall asleep on one of mine.
Doesn't surprise me.
Anyway.
But yeah,
I got a tattoo of it.
I know which one.
Yeah, do you want... Just go ahead.
Houndoom, baby.
Ability, early bird. So I think that gives it the right of way on first attack. I believe. If you are burned by the flames of Houndoom, it shoots from its mouth. The pain will never go away.
That's Hellfire.
Yeah, that's
Also, early bird, it halves the sleep duration. So if
ha
you're
ha.
so
Fuck
if your
you.
so if your Pokemon falls asleep, it will awaken
Because someone's
much faster.
asshole of a Lapras.
It'll wake up faster.
Stats: 75 HP, 90 attack, 50 defense. So that sucks. I'll have to talk about that. 110 special attack, 80 special defense, speed 95. So not as fast as your Staraptor, but it can hold a candle.
It can hold a candle and can light one too. And I mean, it's a hellhound looking Pokemon.
Yeah,
so
it's.
I expect it to be. I mean, it besides.
Its Japanese name is Helgar.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would not Mega Evolve it because that's the one Mega Evolution I cannot stand is Houndooms.
I mean, it is a very houndish looking Pokemon, so I would expect its speed to be pretty good. Like 92 for a non-legendary or even a non-flyer type, because most
95 is
95, yeah. Because most flying Pokemon they're very fast.
Yeah, 95 to 110-ish.
They have to be. Yeah. So for a non-flyer type, that's a pretty good speed. So I can already see Houndoom looking a little bit more like a Doberman. I think would be the closest.
Yeah.
And then used in races like that.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Doberman, a little bit Greyhound sort of thing.
I can see that. That'd be kind of
cool. But specifically, I'd go with the male because of the bigger horns.
Yeah, those awesome curled horns.
Move-wise, Toxic.
You want to look... I give you strategy points on that one. Toxic is a good move.
Oh, God, Toxic.
I mean, if you can poison your opponent and they don't have an antidote on hand, you've got them screwed.
Lash Out.
Okay.
Crunch.
Crunch is a good one. It's just the stronger version of Bite, really.
And Fire Fang.
Also a good move.
I think there's a chance to burn with that, too.
Oh, no, there is. It's just like how Thunder Fang is a chance to get paralyzed.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is my favorite. Turns out he's probably my second... He's my third fastest, behind Charizard and my Legendary.
Yeah.
And not bad. I mean... He's not. He'll hold his own against Lapras for a turn until you use Surf or Ice Beam. You dick.
Surf would be more the damaging factor on that one.
But I'm faster, so I would get Toxic in first.
Yeah. Even then, like Lapras might get poisoned, but if you're a Houndoom, like I'll just pull Lapras back. As long as it's in his Pokeball, it's not going to get damaged.
Yeah.
All right, well, that leaves us with just our two legendaries, Tony.
I will let you do yours first, since I started.
Alrighty. So, my legendary. This Pokemon lives in a world on the reverse side of ours, where the laws of physics and reality don't do well. It is said this Pokemon was banished to this other world due to its violent nature. Apparently, it also likes to appear in cemeteries.
Okay. The Pokedevil. I was almost going to say Jirachi. That's not it.
No, Jirachi's the Wishmaker.
Giratina?
Correct.
Okay. I know my Pokemon.
Giratina, the Renegade Pokemon. National Pokedex designation number 0487. Sinnoh Pokedex designation number 210. It is a Ghost Dragon type. So a very...
You have unique types or typings on your team.
I'm not really a one set type person.
I'm not either.
I like to have a rounded team.
I usually am just weak to 2 or 3 types because I pick things that are all, fire, rock, ground.
Yeah. Me, I kind of go all over the place. I like dragon, water. I've got a normal flying. Like I would argue my wild card is Staraptor compared to the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Giratina is a very infernal looking design. It's this very...
So would you go it has a form with feet and then it has like a flying form.
Yes. I would prefer the altered form, which is it's one of the feet.
Okay.
That's one we get in this world.
I don't like that one. I like the flying one more.
Its origin form form is also pretty good. Like both forms, I actually have everything written down for both forms because I was like, what, screw it, I'll do that. it has a very infernal looking design. Like, it clearly has this regal but also hellish appearance, which makes it very distinctive. Like,
Yeah.
this Pokemon means business. Plus, it has these wings made of actual shadow. I'm like, that is a kick-ass design. Its altered form has a height of 14 feet 9 inches.
Jesus Christ.
Or 4.5 meters tall. So, definite big Pokemon.
Is that your biggest one?
Yes.
Okay.
The second two biggest are Tyrantrum and Lapras at 8 feet 2 inches.
Yeah.
This Giratina weighs a whopping 1,653 pounds, 0.5 pounds, that is.
Okay.
1,653 pounds, and about 750 kilograms. This is its altered form.
Yeah.
So, pretty heavy.
A little bit, yeah.
And then its origin form is 22 feet 8 inches in length, or 6.9 feet, 6.9 meters. I'm losing it over here. And it weighs 1,433 pounds, or 650 kilograms, in its origin form.
God.
So it gains 8 feet when it changes, and it loses about 100 pounds. Which, that sounds about right, because it's becoming lighter. Its base stats are as follows. For the altered form, the HP is 150, attack is 100, defense is 120, special attack is 120, special defense is 120, and speed is 90.
Shit.
So, I mean, it makes sense. This is a legendary Pokemon, so the stats are going to be much higher.
Yeah, they're going to be a little closer to maxed out and a little bit more OP.
Yeah. And because this, and I'm going to say this thing's like a god Pokemon, this thing is the opposite. It is called the Renegade Pokemon.
Yeah, the devil Pokemon.
Some even call it the Shadow of Arceus, which, that's a pretty cool title. That's actually a pretty badass title. Let's see. Its origin form is, on its stats are this. HP is 150, so it doesn't change much on the HP stats.
Yeah.
Attack is 120. Defense is 100. Special attack is 120. Special defense is 100. And speed is 90. So, once again, as a legendary Pokemon, this Pokemon, Giratina, obviously has its advantages being legendary. It is capable of taking hits with its high HP in both forms, and it becomes slightly more offensive when it switches form and loses its defenses, altered to origin, that is.
Yeah.
But for someone with a more full-on assault and offense style of playing, this works for me.
Yeah. I forgot to do Houndoom's stats. 50.31 kilograms and 1.66 meters tall.
There you go.
And that's off my Go account, so.
I'll tell you this. The ability is kind of... It's in line... The ability is in line with most legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad, though. You would expect... Because that's what I liked about Gen 3 legendaries. They had unique ones. Because like Rayquaza is... like a Groudon is a good example. Groudon has the ability to increase... Has that sun that it can actually make... It can summon that. Giratina's ability is just pressure, which causes attacker to use up their power points twice as much. So that's
a pretty good one though. If you're going long battles, that's not one you want to dismiss.
It's what most of the legendaries though have is just pressure. So it's kind of sad that that's their main gimmick.
Yeah, there's nothing unique to them.
Yeah. So that's why I'm a little upset. But I mean, other than that, that's about it. And I do also have Giratina's moveset.
Alrighty.
The first one is Shadow Force. Shadow Force is a little bit like Fly, except Giratina will phase out of our world, and then in the first turn, and then the second turn, come back and attack.
Yeah.
Which I thought I abused.
It's another it's like dig and fly. It's another dodge and hit.
I abused the hell out of that move.
Oh, I'm sure.
And plus, it's awesome. It's a really cool move. Draco Meteor is the next one.
Yep.
Dragon Pulse for the third one. And then you're gonna hate me for this next move. This is what I was giggling about earlier. Destiny Bond.
Oh, fuck you.
Yep.
Oh, you bitch.
So I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna come clean on this one. I played Pokemon X and Y. The champion of the region has a Mega Gardevoir.
Mm-hmm. With Destiny Bond.
Yes, and I had through an event gotten a shiny Gengar. So I got the Gengar. I taught it Destiny Bond. I Mega Evolved it. Made it to Destiny Bond. I knew I would lose immediately because I also kept it like level 50. And her Gardevoir went down just by killing my guy. So I will full on.
If I can't win, you can't win.
Exactly.
Oh, that's worse than Sing. You son of a bitch.
That's why I was giggling, because I knew you would hate that move. That is true. Destiny Bond is a last ditch move.
Oh yeah. Or if you know you're gonna fail, then
exactly.
I'll take one of you down with me.
Yep. Oh god, it makes me think. Oh god, I remember when I first played through Pokemon Ruby. I was getting through the Elite Four. I had just gotten to the final one. I got to the champion of the region there. It was just my Swampert versus his Metagross. I had one PowerPoint left. I had one PP left, one PowerPoint. I managed to finally defeat him. Like all my moves were depleted. Everything. It was truly struggle.
Oof.
It was
the PTSD-inducing stories of Pokemon as a child.
Never would have thought you would get PTSD stories, but yeah.
I mean, when you can remember your first team you had when you beat the Elite Four.
Yeah.
Oh.
So now, that was my legendary. So let's round off our little list, shall we?
Alrighty. Once it wants to appear again, there we go.
Yeah.
Has lived for hundreds of millions of years in the ozone layer. I don't even have to continue. You already know what it is, don't you? Ozone layer.
Layer? Yeah, that's Rayquaza.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
It's the only one that lives the sky-high Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe that's the description. Dragon flying, airlock is the ability.
Oh, that's a good move. Yeah. That is a very good ability. It truly nullifies any and all weather-based attacks. Yeah. Or like sandstorm,
sunny day, the rain one. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah,
rain dance.
Yeah.
Rain dance and then hail.
Yeah.
Those ones. Those all. That's a good move. That's a good ability right there.
It's a good. It's a good field equalizer. So my biggest one on Pokemon Go is 283.8 kilograms and 8.36 meters long, I guess.
Yeah, no. 8.63 meters?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I would have thought that Rayquaza would be much bigger.
So my shortest one on Pokemon Go is 5.55 meters.
You have tiny.
I have tiny dragon. No, the average length is 7 meters on a Rayquaza. 23 feet. Yeah.
You were doing the meters. I was like, what?
Yeah, meters. 7 meters.
Because it's like.
No, it's not 8 point something feet.
I'm like, that's a tiny one. It's like, no, Gear.
He is small boy.
It's like Rayquaza is the tallest flying type Pokemon. It has to be more. It's one of the longest Pokemon.
There's more.
It's not the biggest Pokemon, but it's got to be one of the biggest ones. Damn it! Caught me off guard of that.
So, for his moveset, what was your Giratina's again, real quick? I know Destiny Bond because you're a son of a bitch.
And here I was just like, oh, you're a bitch with the sand attack, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll be a bitch on this one. Shadow Force.
Okay, Shadow Force.
Draco Meteor.
Okay.
Dragon Balls.
Okay.
And then Destiny Bond.
I went Rest.
Okay.
Because all my Pokemon have at least one stat changer or healer or something. Draco Meteor.
Yep.
Ice Beam.
There you go.
And the classic Hyper Beam.
Cannot go wrong with Hyper Beam.
Can't go wrong with a Gibson Les Paul. I mean, that is...
Nope, that's a good one.
That is the vintage classic of
now,
moves.
I will say this. You have a Flying Dragon type, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not mistaken.
Fuck off.
Flying types, weak against ice. Dragon types, weak against ice. So if you're resting and I throw out a Lapras, have fun.
That's why I'm not throwing it out. That's why I'm going to knock Lapras out before I do that. And also, that would be my one shiny, would be the black Rayquaza.
That is a really cool looking shiny.
And when it's Mega, it's so cool.
I can imagine. I've seen the normal Mega Evolve form, the Primordial. That thing is cool looking.
Yeah. So, overall, I have to admit, I think you would win. Just because that Lapras is such a fucking tank. It's a tank in both sense of it can dish out the attacks and it can take them as well.
Yeah, that's what I like about Lapras. Let's see.
I think the only one I could really put up against it and hold is probably my Breloom, just because I could get in there quick, do a Leech Seed. Your Ice Beam would knock me the fuck down, and then I would just have to constantly do Giga Drain and then just swap between that and Mach Punch all the time.
I would actually be probably using my Staraptor against your Breloom. And considering that Breloom is both a grass and fighting type, it's 4 times. So one good Air Slash, one good Aerial Ace, your Breloom is out. All I got to do is fly, and then that's it.
For your Staraptor, it'd probably have to be my Aggron.
Because you gotta have a rock base, because rock is able to defeat.
Yeah, and I've got Flash Cannon, which is a steel type, but can also paralyze, I believe. I think. Bless you.
Pardon me. Needed that sneeze.
I think my Aggron and my Breloom would be the hinges on if I won or not.
Yeah.
And I think your Lapras and honestly your Giratina. Because if I can't knock that out, like if you put that out last and I'm down to like 2, I'm not winning.
Yeah. My Swampert would definitely put up a fight against Charizard and Houndoom. No question.
I think I'd have to use Rayquaza on him. I think I'd have to use Ice Beam and Draco Meteor and just take the hits and dish them out harder for your Swampert.
Oh yeah, no doubts.
And then I mean, obviously Breloom, I could Leech Seed your... That would be my thing. I would have to constantly swap Breloom out just to Leech Seed every single one of your Pokemon.
Oh, you bitch.
I know. It's a camp strategy.
It's a dick move, but it works. So that's why I would have to throw out my Staraptor just to fuck over your Breloom before you do that to all of my Pokemon.
Yeah. I think... so I think my Charizard, my Houndoom, and my Breloom all could probably knock out a Pokemon each of yours. My Aggron could probably knock out 2 or maybe 3. I don't think my T-Tar would be very helpful. I think he would get knocked out pretty damn quick. And my Rayquaza would sort of just be like, he'd have to clean up the rest.
Your Tyranitar would absolutely...
I could hold my own against your Tyranitar.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
We almost forgot about my Tyrantrum. My Tyrantrum Tyrantrum has that Thunder Fang, Dragon Claw, and Crunch.
I'd have to use T-Tar on him. For Surf, and then your Thunder Fang, since it's a...
Ground type wouldn't have an effect.
Exactly.
I
think my T-Tar and your T-Tar and Tyrantum would have to knock heads.
Oh yeah, there's no doubts. I'm not even arguing on this one. Like I full on, because that's what I'm not gonna be like, oh, my Pokemon's stronger than yours. I'm gonna pull that nonsense. Like I'm all about looking at the faults because I want to have a better team. That's how it works. That's what I would do all the time.
I think you would. God, I want to actually do this battle now just to see who would actually win.
I am with you on that one. I think it'd be fun.
I think that should be another supplemental down the road. We figure out a way to do that.
Oh yeah, I would not argue. We'd have to get up to at least Generation 4, I think.
Yeah, because you're the latest.
Giratina's
4.
Oh, no, we need Generation 6.
Oh,
Tyrantrum.
Shit. Oh shit, Tyrant. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it'd be close, but I think you'd win. I
probably would.
Just
I'm not trying to be like, yeah, because I.
No, I think you have a superior all-around attack set, Because I've got the smoke screen and the sand attack. I've got moves that will throw you off, but not enough.
Yeah. My Lapras right there with the Sing and the Ice Beam.
Yeah, the Sing...
That will decimate you. That will get you.
Yeah. The Sing would fuck me over, and then your Ice Beam, and then if you managed to get a KO, it'd be done. I'd have to resign at that point.
At the start of the show, I mentioned how we had a lot of Pokemon, or not the start of the show, but like I could do entire generationals. I was actually thinking about all the different Pokemon that I have used in the past that, based on just generations by themselves, are some of my favorites in those generations. Here is an irony one for you. Toxicroak. It's a fighting poison type.
You could do an entire frog team.
I know. And what's even more is that I like the frog Pokemon. There's an irony to this. I don't get it either.
So the first one, I did it weird growing up. My first game was yellow, and then I got red and blue.
Yes.
My first team, and I'll tell two stories. It took me 28 tries to defeat Brock with my Pikachu and the other Pokemon I gathered.
Uh-huh.
I was like level 25 before I beat him with my Pikachu.
Wow.
I had a Nidorino, a Pikachu.
This is against Brock.
Yeah. Who had a Geodude and an Onix.
I remember that fight. Oh, man. Young...
I remember running into the living room as a kid screaming, I finally beat him!
Yes, like, because you have...
Because Pikachu sucked.
Because Pikachu is not good against those, so you had to get creative.
You had to fucking bolster that Pikachu up with other guys, and I had a Nidorino, I had a Butterfree, a Pidgeotto.
Yep.
And I think I had a Beedrill by the time I was done with that all. So I had a bunch of poison, which did nothing. So I had to literally tank an Onix for 28 tries.
Oh, God.
Because the Geodude, I could just constantly mill the Geodude for XP.
Dude, you are throwing me back, man. I remember when
You hear the choppers, man?
Oh, God. Fortunate son playing over right now. Oh, God.
And then, yeah.
Another Pokemon I had in mind that I would have loved to have used was Dragalge. That came from Gen 6.
Okay,
I played
that's
up
why
to
I was like, I don't remember that one.
Dragalge is, I think, a dragon poison type, and it looks like a leafy sea dragon.
Yeah, it's Dragalge. That's how I pronounce it.
Dragalge.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking. What's even more is I actually taught it electric moves as well. So, because it's a dragon. Dragons are very versatile with a good chunk of moves. So I was like, and it was fucking powerful.
So my first team I ever beat the Elite Four with on yellow.
Yeah.
Was the Pikachu.
Yeah.
I had the Charizard and the Blastoise. I had Victory Bell. And I had a Snorlax. I traded one of my friends that was a level 100.
Oi.
Yeah, freaking level 100 Snorlax that knew, like, Body Slam.
Hyper Beam.
There you go. Rest. And, like, it knew a punch move or something. It knew, like, Thunder Punch. And then I had... what was the other one? I think it might have been the Venusaur. I think I had 2 grass types.
I mean, when I got access... I mean, that's what I love about Pokemon Yellow is that you were essentially playing the anime.
Yeah.
And you got to collect all of the starters in Pokemon Yellow.
Charizard.
That was awesome.
Was a monster. Like, I wiped an entire Elite Four team almost just with my Charizard.
Nice.
With, like, a little bit of assistance from the Snorlax. And my Snorlax was 100, my Victory Bell was level 81.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else was like 75 to 90. Like, I fucking just milled.
I don't remember my team. Like, I have not played in such a long time, I have forgotten.
I bet if I fired up my yellow, it'd still be on that team.
That's awesome.
It was... Shit, now I kind of want to do that. But yeah, Pokemon has been such a freaking staple in both of our childhoods. Like,
oh, yeah.
It didn't seem unreasonable to have a between the lines about them.
Oh yeah, I still remember the first time I was introduced to Pokemon. I was in kindergarten, so I want to say kindergarten was like what 5 years old.
Yeah, 5 years old usually.
Yeah, which was about 1998 ish.
Yep.
So yeah, about late 90s is when Pokemon came over to the United States,
and the shit turned.
That's when stuff like anime came over too. That's when everything really changed for a lot of people. I remember it was a Pokemon episode that featured Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee.
Yep.
Been a while, and it was well into the series. So because one of my classmates brought it to, and everybody got to watch it. And it was like, oh, this is. And then when I actually watched it from the beginning, I was like, why don't Brock and Misty know Ash? Because I didn't understand continuity at the time.
Yeah.
I was like 5.
Yeah.
I was like 5.
Continuity errors.
So
Did you ever catch a shiny in the games? Besides the red Gyarados that everyone caught on Gen 2s?
Besides the red Gyarados, no. I was actually in Gen 3 one time, and I came across a shiny Hariyama.
Nice.
But the bastard didn't want to get into an Ultra Ball and ultimately died.
I saw 2. I saw Gen 2, it was a shiny, I think it was shiny Suicune.
Suicune?
Yeah.
Nice.
I managed to get lucky, and it was a shiny one.
Oh, you bastard.
And it was on Crystal. Yeah. The shiny you wanted for that game. And then Gen 3 on Ruby, I had a shiny Numel. Which I evolved into Camerupt.
Man, yeah, no, I have not, minus outside of events because it was a shiny Gengar event. Minus outside the events, yeah. I've never gotten lucky and had a shiny Pokemon.
And then Let's Go Pikachu for the Switch, I got a shiny Machop.
Nice.
So that's my 3 ever. I never even caught the Suicune. Suicune. Whatever. But the other 2 I did catch. But yeah. I want to go play Pokemon.
Yeah, we need to go do that, man. That was awesome. That was a fun.
That was a good episode.
This was a fun one. I really of your again your Breloom, absolutely. I didn't even see that one coming.
Yeah, left field on that one.
Because I was expecting all of yours to be hellish.
Yeah, dinosaurs
Dinosaurs hellish, very much.
Dragons.
That's just kind of how you are. That's just what made me think of that.
Breloom was I always had a soft spot. I always had a soft spot for Breloom because it was just such a good Pokemon early on in the game, and then if you did it right, that it could absolutely just murder.
I remember taking my Game Boy Advance and then eventually the Nintendo DS with me to my mother would take me to work early in the mornings because she owns a restaurant and stuff, and I remember just going up to remember either being in the office or up in the dining area while the place is closed, just playing the game. That was my thing that I would do for so long. All right, before we get too far down nostalgia and memory lane, thank you everybody once again for listening to another episode of our supplemental content from Reading Between the Lines with us once again, Tim and Tony. This is a monthly sort of thing, so you're gonna get so this comes out in February.
So we'll talk about Pokemon once a month.
We'll have more stuff to thankfully do after that.
But yeah, it's a good episode.
Yep, logo. Our tall and short logo is by my friend Brittanie. She once again, as always, did a fantastic job. Intro music and sound effects are from TunePocket.com. You can follow us on social media at Tall and Short Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, as well as email us at tallandshortpod@gmail.com. All this can be found in the description if you need help trying to find where it's at.
And we are literally on every streaming platform Spotify, Google,
YouTube, damn near
Apple.
I put us on everything, man, just for the sake of it.
If we could find a way on the AM radio, I'm sure that that'll kick off eventually. It'll go great.
They won't allow us.
That's probably not a good idea. Let us on public radio.
Oh heck, email us and let us know what your Pokemon teams are.
Yeah, we'll judge you for it.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Nice little engagement. Like, tell us what your Pokemon teams would be.
Yeah.
Or what your favorite Pokemon is. Like, that's easy. And also, please be sure to tell other people about the podcast. Send us ratings and reviews. We would really appreciate it because word of mouth helps keep the podcasts going, and we would like to know where we can improve upon, where we, may have messed up. Like, we're human. Please send us. Like, I may have said something wrong on a previous episode. Let us know. Correct
us on our Pokemon teams and their movesets. Tell your professors. Tell your starter Pokemon. Tell your gym leaders.
And with that all out of the way, thank you all once again, everybody, for listening. Hope you all have a good one. Gotta catch 'em all.
Oh, God.